5 words that will drastically change the way that you see the effort that you put into your relationship. 5. Invisible labor. When you start using this on a regular basis, you start talking about those household chores that never are seen but are getting done all the time. You're giving it a name and creating an oxymoron. They're no longer invisible. 4. Domestic labor. This is things like laundry, dishes, cleaning surfaces, doing maintenance on your living space. By calling these things actual labor, domestic labor, you're categorizing them and creating them as something that actually requires effort. In the patriarchal society we currently live in, it's not seen as valuable or labor. 3. Emotional labor. Rose Hackman does a really wonderful job in this book describing what this means. It again gives visibility to something that you're already doing that you're not really getting credit for. Like when your partner comes home from work and unloads things on you, and you patiently listen to them and help them feel better. So many people get accustomed to being able to do this that they don't actually see that the person listening is doing labor. 2. Decision fatigue. When you go to a grocery store and you see a kiosk where they're showing new items, there's a reason they don't show 6 or 21 of them. They show 2 or 3. People are much more likely to buy when they have 1 or 2 choices rather than 6 or 21 choices. Because that's mental effort, that's work, that's called decision fatigue. When your partner is consistently making you make a lot of choices, decide between things, and you're stressed out but you don't have great language why, it's because of decision fatigue. Lastly, number 1, mental load. Decision fatigue is a great part of mental load, but not the whole thing. When you ask your partner to take the trash out, they say yes, and then you're still thinking about whether they did it because they forgot before. You still thinking about that is mental load. When you notice something concerning on your dog's fur and you're starting to think, should I bring them to a vet? Maybe I'll do some internet research. When the hell am I going to fit in my schedule to get to the vet? Meanwhile, your partner is blissfully playing video games. You are carrying the mental load. Starting to use these 5 words in your vocabulary can be uncomfortable. It is giving a voice to things that matter that culturally we do not care about. Anytime you're breaking norms, you're gonna experience friction. When you rub your hands together and you create friction, there's heat. People could get heated. But if you were the one bearing these 5 things more so than your partner, 1, you're gonna have a better way of articulating the work that you're putting in, and 2, they're gonna be able to see it much better, which will likely uncover a blind spot they've been very blind to. They may start feeling guilty, but I want you to know that that's okay. This is where the great conversations start for redistributing mental load, domestic labor among the house. And if you're carrying the main burden of these things, you deserve redistribution.